Hey, yo, what up? Welcome back. This is not a podcast. It's just my thoughts with Rob Markman. Shout out to everybody who's been checking out the channel, who's been liking, subscribing, commenting, all of that, overall watching. I appreciate all of y'all. Yesterday we spoke about some music. Shout out to Ray Vaughn, The Good, The Bad, The Dollar Menu. I do think it's a fantastic album, man. And I appreciate the conversations that not only we've been having in the comments, with my monthly music club. We have our own Discord and the fellas in the Discord, a lot of people, it has a lot of us reflecting on how we came up, our family, our own family struggles, just the things that we went through or that we saw growing up and how that affects us and how to break generational curses. So a really dope album, rich art, brings about rich conversation, man. So shout out to Ray Vaughn, The Good, The Bad, The Dollar Menu. If you didn't check out the mixtape project, check it out, and then check out the video that we did on it, man. I think y'all like it. Today I want to shift gears a little bit and talk about did a video, maybe it was last week, about what do you want from the hip hop media? Like, what do you as the viewers, right, as the consumers of all of this content, like, what do you want and what do you expect from hip hop media? I saw two things this week that really, really concerned me. And these things go on all the time. But, I saw two things this week. An academic stream, which I'll talk about. And then yesterday I saw there's a gentleman by the name of Brandon Buckingham who makes YouTube content. Some of y'all may know him. Some of y'all may watch his stuff. Yesterday he did a video titled "The War of Toronto Inside Canada's Most Dangerous Hoods." And he goes to Jane and Finch and Alexandria Park and, in Toronto. And in the video, he speaks to a bunch of rappers, artists, street folks, like in their hood, in their neighborhood. Pressa, Bundog, K-Money, a few others, right? So, I'm checking this out because one particular part went viral and caught my attention, and I've seen his stuff before, and I'm not a fan of it. You know what I'm saying? At all. I think it's terrible. Like just straight up, I don't know other way to put it. It's voyeurism at its finest. Tourism, safariism. Dude. First of all, if you don't know Brandon, or if you don't see in the thumbnail, or Brandon Buckingham is a white guy. And looks a certain way too. I mean, not just white, because there are some white guys. We all grew up in the hood. There's always like white people. You know what I'm saying? But really, like, the white guy who looks out of place amongst the hood. You know what I'm saying? When you're in the hood, like, really sticks out. You know what I'm saying? Like. White guy that goes to the street and it just doesn't look like he belongs there at all. Look like he took a wrong turn. And that's part of the appeal. That's part of what he's selling. Like, I also believe he plays that up. So that's why I say it's voyeurism, it's tourism, safariism. Dude's whole thing is going to different hoods, telling the story of young black men. But it's real problems where he's at. It's real situations. So how much of it is necessary reporting versus the fetishism, that you as a white man fascinated by the trauma in the hood, fetishizing the trauma of black men, and then getting clicks because of it. Because the fact is that when those cameras go off, you go home to where it's safe at. And the hood is still left to deal with these problems. The people that you interviewed, the situation doesn't change. So the reporting and the shining light on it, you know what I'm saying? Because journalism, there is a part of journalism that helps with, man, if we tell these stories and we shine light on it. But it's not making it better. You know what I'm saying? And in a lot of instances, it's stoking the fire. You know what I'm saying? Your report, your shedding light on it doesn't change anything. I'm going to get into what the specific thing was. And the specific thing, he's in Toronto, so I had to do with Kendrick. And I'm going to play that clip in a second, is what one of the guys said about Kendrick. But I just want to say this, and I want to be clear. Some of us here in the media come from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Flatbush, Brooklyn. I was born and raised in Flatbush, Brooklyn. I'm an 80s baby, so the 80s, 90s. I mean, Flatbush is still Flatbush, but it was a time then. You know what I'm saying? And I seen shit coming up on my block. Like, had friends and family members shot, some murdered. Had friends and family members locked up. I got a cousin doing life in prison. Little cousin, younger than me, doing life in prison. I've had friends and family members in the street hustling. I've seen it. A lot of us have seen it. A lot of y'all who are watching this have seen it firsthand. Like, we talked about it yesterday with the Ray Vaughn stuff, about the struggles that our family goes through, the things that we've seen, how to break generational curses. A lot of y'all seen it too. It's not fascinating. Not like this. Me personally, I've seen it. I chose another path when I was young. And now that I'm a grown man, I choose not to glorify it. I choose not to profit off of someone else's pain in that way. Because this is still my community. These are still my people. This is still my family. You know, there are people back home. I moved out of Flatbush. I moved out of Flatbush, full disclosure. And I got my own kids now. There are people back home who have to face this shit every day still. So how do I look like from the safety of where I'm at and the privilege that I've had, that I've built, you know, and having a voice in the media? I made it out. So why the fuck do I want to promote that? Well, my life is better now, you know what I'm saying, than it was when I was coming up. Take the case of YBC Duel, a rapper from Philly, who Buckingham documented. And I believe, I may have got the dates, it was very closely after. It could have been the day after. Buckingham went to Philly, documented the day after, or a couple of days after, he posted that video of the tour in Philly and talking about the turmoil in Philly, and this hood has beef with this hood, and don't come to this hood because this will happen. And then the day after the video went up on his YouTube, or shortly after, YBC Duel shot dead. I don't know if it's related. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not, but hell of a coincidence. So now he's documenting the war in Toronto, and he's speaking to K Money. Now, keep in mind, Kendrick's tour, the GNX tour, is coming to Toronto soon. So check this clip out. Here this go.
But the Buckingham show, we're in the dot with it. Look, it's the trenches. Look. See what I'm trying to say? We're in Canada, in Toronto, in the trenches. Fuck Kendrick Lamar. See what I'm trying to say?
Kendrick Lamar, yeah.
Kendrick. Bow!
Oh, you're rocking already.
Yeah. Kendrick pulled up to Jane and Finch right now. What'd you guys say to him?
We're gonna smoke him.
You're getting stripped and
We're getting
robbed for
packed.
everything else on him.
Take his britches? Take his pants off him?
He's gonna get a
Take his shoes?
No Diddy. No Diddy, but he's gonna get dealt with. I'm not gonna lie to you. He just might catch a head tap. Come on, nigga, press machine right now, gang.
Side, nigga, you know how we ride.
Bow!
Hell yeah. Glop, boom.
So first of all, the question, right? Like, you already know, like it's obvious, like, a bunch of people in Toronto are not feeling Kendrick right now. Like it's clear, we know that. So it starts with the question. If Kendrick pulls up to Jane and Finch right now, what would you say? First of all, why would Kendrick pull up to the hood in Toronto? Or anywhere, just randomly? Why even ask that question? You ask that question, and this is me, I'm in the media, I know what it is, I know how this go. You ask that question to set up the answer. You know what the answer is going to be. You ask that question to set up the answer that you know you're going to get, that you know will go viral. So then, you know, it's all of that, the egging it on. Oh, you're going to take his britches or whatever, and all of this. And then, you know, boom. And all, like, come on, dog. Come on. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, God forbid there's violence of any kind, right? Let's just, God forbid. First of all, the threat is documented now. It's on video. You know the police is watching. Come on. So these brothers in this video can now face legal consequences. You know what I'm saying? Just hypothetical. If I'm the cops, this is the first place I'm looking. Or one of the first places I'm looking. Who said what? So if violence happens, again, God forbid, you know, it's not just the victim of the violence. These brothers' freedom could be in jeopardy now also. Because we want to stoke the flame for clicks. You know what I'm saying? God forbid a life gets taken. That's another life. That's another family affected. You know what I'm saying? We seen this again. When shit goes down, it's not just the life that's taken. That family is affected. And then the other side who goes to jail, that family is affected too. You see what I'm saying? So why are we instigating? Why are we perpetuating this? And you have literally no skin in the game. Like, why are we perpetuating this? You know what I'm saying? And then you, Brandon Buckingham, go off unharmed, unaffected. You go back to your community where it's safe. But here you are in this community, stoking the fire, poking the bear, instigating the fight. But don't have to throw your hands up. We'll never throw your hands up. But let's instigate a little bit for clicks. Yo, it's fucking disgusting, man. Like, straight up. You know what I'm saying? And then you play it up like you're this white guy in the hood who don't know any better. After the YBC Duel thing, he faced backlash and made a video saying how he was upset because people were wishing death on him. Shout out to my brother Wayno. I remember when this happened because I was texting with Wayno about it, and Wayno did a video on it. You should check it out. I'll link in the bio actually to Wayno's content. But my brother Wayno spoke on this several months ago. Like this is a real problem. But check it out. This is him after the YBC Duel thing. People online were upset. Like, damn, you was just with him promoting this, and now it's rest in peace, and now it's, oh my God, like how did this happen? Check out this clip.
Attacking me and going off, saying all these crazy stuff. I'll pop some stuff on screen if you guys want to pause the video and watch some of the stuff that they're saying about me. But it is absolutely crazy, and I'm getting mad people wishing death upon me, wishing death upon my families, telling me they hope I don't meet my baby daughter, which is fine. You know, it's the internet. You can say what you want.
So you're sitting here in these videos dealing in death, and then you get death threats thrown. Like, when you deal in this stuff, when you play with this energy, it comes back like it's in it. That's another thing, and I firmly don't believe that it's right. Again, and I come from these neighborhoods. I come from this environment, and I made it out, and I just don't feel fundamentally that it's right to exploit that, right? And that's one reason. The other reason is a selfish reason. It's for me. I'm protecting my energy. Why do I want to play with this energy, man? I grew up from a baby to I moved out of Flatbush when I was 18 years old, got my own apartment. You know what I'm saying? I seen it, man. Like, I don't want to play with this energy. I know what this energy is. And these are still my people. I go back home, hey, yo, what up? How you? Blah, blah, blah. We bust it up. But we're not playing with that energy. This real people lives, this real consequences. So, yeah, you get the death threats and all of that because you're dealing in death. You're trading in death. You're trading that energy for clicks. You know what I'm saying? Something similar happened this week on DJ Akademiks live stream. He was on stream and he went to call top 5, the rapper, the street guy in Toronto, who was facing a murder case. He was set free. He somehow beat the case or whatever, and thanked Drake for paying his lawyer's fees, right? He's Drake's guy. Whether or not Drake is personally sanctioning all of this, I don't know. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But the guy feels closely connected to Drake, and they obviously do know each other. They acknowledge, we hung out, we seen them together. The guy feels so closely connected to Drake that he uses his name often to bolster and has admitted, he's Drake's guy. He's Drake's whatever. You know what I'm saying? So currently he's chilling with Kanye. And I don't even want to get into all of that, but Ye gave the guy a swastika chain, had a chaining day for a swastika chain on his birthday and put a swastika chain around his neck. A chaining day for a swastika is in fucking insane. I thought I seen it all in hip hop, dog. A chaining day with a swastika is fucking crazy. But that's a whole separate thing, right? Your man is Drake, who's Jewish, part Jewish, whatever, however you want to dice it up. And Ye's putting a swastika chain around your neck. Do it that with what you will. You know what I'm saying? That's for them to figure out. But anyway, Act calls him to talk about Ye, and the subject of Kendrick comes up. Again, because Kendrick has 2 shows coming up in Toronto for his GNX tour. Top 5 is from Toronto.
I'm riding, Doc. I'm fucking riding.
Yo, here's
Doc.
the thing. He don't like Kendrick neither.
Yeah, but let me tell you something about Kendrick. Kendrick sucks, and he's abusing SZA. What do you think the fuck's gonna happen when he comes to my city?
Yo,
This is my.
I'm
listen,
getting
Ak,
word. I'm getting
Ak,
word.
Listen, man.
I'm
If
getting
he-
word
Ak,
that they
let
got a
me-
special video that when they come to that Rogers Arena or the Rogers Stadium, they're about to drop a video dissing the Gigi's. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know.
Let me tell you something. Now. Let me tell you
Yo,
something.
I heard they got a Canada version of the show that's straight dissing. I'm just telling you.
So you're telling me right now?
Yes.
Let me tell you something.
That's
Ak,
word on
you
the
just-
street.
Let me tell you something. I will quit rapping, quit trolling, quit social media if Kendrick Lamar comes to Toronto with no police escort and leaves Toronto.
Hold on.
So look at Akademiks. Stirring the pot. Instigating. This is beyond a rap beef, right? This is beyond lyrics, right? This is beyond Billboard charts or whatever anyone else wants to measure who is the best in rap right now. This is a threat. So from Act's perspective, from a media perspective, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as the Buckingham thing. If someone actually gets hurt, or worse, death, you don't have to deal with the consequences that come with that. You don't have to deal with the hurt, the grief, the mourning of a family. You don't have to deal with the legal ramifications, the punishment, the jail time, and then how that breaks another family. Because even though, again, you know, and I believe this, man, hey, some people deserve jail. Like, absolutely. But that shooter might have a family and have kids and have a mom and have brothers and sisters who home is now broken. So I don't wish jail upon nobody, but some people deserve jail. But what I'm saying is I've had family members go to jail. I seen how families are broken. Innocent members of your family are broken when the father gets sent away, when the son gets sent away. But here we are on YouTube stirring it up, and you don't have to deal with any of those consequences on either end. You know what I'm saying? You're instigating something that you don't have to pay the price for, but you could profit off of. Now, I'll say this. I believe Kendrick will be fine. Historically, and just when you kind of look at that team, they always move strategically, intelligently, safely. I think there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of trolling, it's a lot of internet. I just want to be clear about that. But don't act like it can't happen. Don't act like it hasn't happened, rather. Don't act like it hasn't happened. When I was a kid, I never thought Pac would die. Never. Even when he was shot, I was like, nah, that's Pac, man. He always getting shot, man. Pac get shot, get back up. I thought Pac was Superman. You know what I'm saying? The amount of shit Pac would get into him and bounce right back. So I never thought Pac would die. I was shocked. Even when he was in that coma, man, he gonna wake up any day now. I swear, I never thought he'd die. I just couldn't fathom it. Because at that point, I hadn't experienced it on like a celebrity level. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's Pac. Then after Pac died, okay, that's the wake-up call, right? Oh, man, we got to figure out that shouldn't have happened. Who killed Pac? That should not have happened. No way Biggie would get killed, because now we're even though it's sad, we're moving better as a community now because we know how bad shit can get. No way Biggie would get killed. 6 months later, Biggie is killed. Everybody after that in hip hop, yo, we gotta come together. It gotta be peace. It gotta be. There was all these types of summits and, BT Teen Summit and come together and stop the violence and right. That was a whole different generation, but that was the vibe after they died. Snoop and Diddy together on the Steve Harvey show, and to show there's no East versus West, we got to come together. That was the energy. How did we get this far? How did we let it get this far? Since then, we seen Young Dolph murdered. We seen Nipsey Hussle murdered. Big L, Mac Dre, Jam Master Jay, Pop Smoke, Trouble, PNB Rock, Takeoff. The list goes on. The list is endless, right? And after every death, we sit here and we get sad and we mourn and we say how fucked up it is and how things need to change. And then the cycle repeats itself, right? Here's the fact. The streets is the streets. And there are huge problems in our communities in general. And rap is a reflection of that. Rap is not exempt from that, of what goes on every day. The struggle, the tension that we see every day when you come from it. You don't even there's no need to stoke the fires because the tension is there, man. It happens every day in the community. Sometimes it feels like you don't even need a reason. You know what I'm saying? But why is Akademiks? Why is anyone in the media stoking these fires? Why are you instigating it? When Pac and Big died, the media, particularly it was Vibe magazine, took a lot of criticism for how it reported on the East Coast versus West Coast thing and how that was framed. And we had to learn how to be better. That was before I was in the media. I was a fan, I was spectating, I was a consumer. But that was a big conversation of how much the media played into that. Right now we're covering a hip hop battle, a war of words, a battle that both Kendrick and Drake willingly engaged in. Right? Were the words harsh? Yes. Both Kendrick and Drake said some nasty things about each other. Absolutely. But it was rap, it was words. Even if your reputation takes a hit, you could walk away from that. You know what I'm saying? This energy here that we're talking about, that these two media guys are instigating, Ak and Brandon, that type of energy, you can't walk away from that. You can't return from that on either side. You know, the shit that they're talking on the stream from the safety of your home, that's an entirely different thing. And I don't think anything is going to happen. I'm saying that again. I truly don't. But God forbid it does. We all going to cry collectively. And that's how we can do better. Do better now. You know what I'm saying? The other part of it is you can't have it both ways. If we're truly talking about street shit, you can't run to the court seeking retribution at the same time and also handle it in the streets. Come on. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be clear about another thing. Because while this battle was going on, there were a few shootings at Cash's house. Cash from XO, from the XO camp. And there was a shooting at his crib. And there was a shooting at Drake's crib. And his security was shot. And everybody lived, thank God. My energy was the same then. I don't know what was behind these shootings. I know it's being alleged in the UMG lawsuit. But I don't know. I don't know what the motivations were. Let the cops figure that out. Let the courts figure that out. I don't know what was behind these shootings. But what I'm saying is that shit wasn't okay then. We didn't condone that then. I didn't sit up there and condone it then. I don't condone it now. I don't promote it. I don't instigate it. On either side. Like, let me be clear. But, you know, the fact that we have folks in the media and the new media, You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? Vibe ain't powerful like it used to be powerful. The Source ain't powerful like it used to be powerful. Double XL ain't powerful like it used to be powerful. None of these publishers like are powerful. Like you see it now. The power is in the individual, is in the independent, or in the streamers. You know, we've talked about Ak before. Ak has a lot of power. He has a huge audience. And with that comes responsibility, especially you want to say you the top guy in media, you this, you that, you did like, then there's a responsibility that comes with that. If you the new Vibe magazine, there's a responsibility that comes with that. If you're going to cover this culture, there's a responsibility that comes with that. And just where's the responsibility? Where's the accountability? Those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.